Hi, welcome to learn how to draw better using the iPad and the Apple Pencil. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how I find it best to learn how to draw. I use an app called Procreate, which you can get from the App Store. So we'll be running through some of the features I find really useful. So we're opening up a new page, and you can see there are many different types of brushes. So if we're doing sketching, there are many different pencils to choose from. Just have a play and have a look around at what they all do. And using the Apple Pencil is pressure sensitive, just as you would do with a normal pencil. So we can see here, we can zoom in if we want to put little details in, little fancy strokes, and we can change the opacity of our strokes as well with a little slidey bar. So if we want to do obviously with so many different pencil types and pen types and brush tools, it's worth experimenting to find out which one suits your purposes the best. Some of these calligraphy pens are quite fun. So if you want to put obviously a nice beveled edge on them, we can just do that, again pressure sensitive with the Apple Pencil. If you've ever had problems drawing realistic clouds, boom, straight in. One of the great features with Procreate I found is the smudge tool. So it has the same brushes as the drawing tools and just as pressure sensitive. So you can play around, soften edges, smudge, smear as much as you like. You also find with the eraser tool that has exactly the same brushes as well. So whatever effect you're going for, and again pressure sensitive too, just play around with it and get used to using the different pen tools. What I want to teach you most with these tutorials is how to look. You need to look 70% and draw 30%. And that is the key to drawing better. If there's anything you take away from this, just remember you have to look more than you draw. What we're doing here, which is a brilliant feature of drawing this way, is we can import our picture, and high-res pictures are so much better to use, especially if you've taken them yourself. We've got a wolf's head here. What I find it best to is just reduce the opacity, so it makes it nice and light. We create a new layer above it, and then we can draw however we want over the top in a brand new layer. So this is the best way I've found of learning how to draw, how to get the muscle memory in your fingers. So we can obviously zoom right in on the wolf's eye and really see what's going on. So you can see the benefit of having a good high-res photo to start with. So literally just drawing in as many details as you can see. So the more you can see, the more you can draw. So far we've just been drawing with black only, just with a black pencil. But obviously, as you can imagine, we can start adding as many colours as we like. So we've got the slightly yellow eye for the wolf, so we can go up to our colours. We can mess around with whatever colour we think is best and choose it however we want, light or dark. When we're happy with the colour we want, we can just drop that in. And don't forget we can use the same pencil tool, we can change it, whatever we want to do. See, that's in the same layer, but we might not want it in the same layer. We might want to create an additional layer. So put a new blank layer in, and then we can colour that or put whatever we like in that particular layer. Hopefully you can see the benefits of zooming in and drawing on the iPad. We can now follow where the hairs of the face go. So whatever we see, we draw. And this is the benefit of learning how to see better. Obviously we can zoom in and see as many details as we can and follow them as closely as we can. There's not many people that know what a wolf's teeth look like close up, but hopefully you can see by having the photo on the iPad and zooming in, we really get to learn what things look like close up. A lot of this is all about muscle memory of our fingers. Your fingers need to learn how to use a pencil, any pencil, but your eyes need to show your fingers where to go. If you make a mistake, hit the undo button and put it in again. You're not committed, obviously, with the iPad. If you're doing a painting and you put that dark line in, whoops, I've messed up, take it out, carry on. It really is a foolproof method of learning how to draw more accurately, how to look more accurately. And of course, as we progress, we want to see what our picture looks like. What we need to do is just drop that initial photograph out, and that leaves us with what we've drawn so far. You can zoom in, we can carry on painting, drawing, whatever you want to. It's entirely up to you at what point you drop those photos out and carry on with your artwork. The more we practice drawing with this method, the more we can get used to the Procreate application, where we can zoom in, choose different brush tools, and learn how to look, how to draw, and get muscle memory in your fingertips. I can't think of a better way to see all those little details than to zoom in as you go. All these little details you would never see any other way. Even if you had a picture in front of you, even if you had a wolf in front of you. A lot of people think, oh, a wolf's teeth are pointy. No, they're not. They do that. They do exactly that. We're now going to have a quick look at something that's just as tricky as real life drawing, perspective. Perspective is a bit of a tricky one for a lot of people, drawing vanishing points. But again, with this method, we can get a picture of a street. And again, we reduce the opacity so we can see our lines through it. We create our new layer, and then we're ready to start drawing and experimenting and really looking at what is actually going on with perspective. So what is perspective really? It really means an imaginary vanishing point that all lines will go towards. A lot of tutorials will show you effectively drawing these lines in to that vanishing point. But in the real world, we can take our photograph, we can zoom in and start drawing and start experimenting and really looking at what is going on. We can draw a line and think, oh, that's crooked. But a great thing with Procreate, we can draw our line, hold the pencil down and it will auto straighten. When we're drawing buildings and perspective, anything with straight lines, this is such a brilliant way of getting those straight lines. Of course, with the zoom function, we can zoom in as much or as little as we like, and we can really see all those tiny details. What is going on with these windows, and you can put as little or as much as you like. And of course, with any other drawing as well, we can just drop that original photograph out and it will leave us with what we've done. And we can add to that, take things away, paint with it, whatever we want to do at a later date. These tutorials are really about learning how to draw better. It gets you to look at your subject, it gets you to draw more accurately and get the muscle memory into your fingers. So this is our finished painting, our finished drawing, and we now want to start painting, putting some colour in. So we're going to put a quick sky in. I know we've got the cloud tool, but we're not going to use that. So you select whatever paintbrush you like, whatever colour you like, and we'll just start putting a few little rough shapes in. Doesn't really look like much like a sky at the moment, but we're just putting some colour, putting some shape in. Then with our smudge tool, and again we've got the same different brush tools, we can start blending and smudging and softening our edges. And you can spend as little time or as much time as you want to. Don't forget, because we're using many different layers, we can smudge the sky as much as we like, which we wouldn't be able to do in normal painting. And then with our eraser tool, we can just take out all of that colour that we don't want. There we have it, quick introduction to drawing using the iPad and the Apple Pencil. Happy sketching!